Okay, great. So this is the third in the series of my Death Zone guides, and since it's been going well and everything, I've been being able to gather ideas, and this new Shadow event is out. It's a great time to do one other podcast. So my next new favorite one, the next most important thing is to know that your tactics in action. A lot of people, when they first join the game, they have no idea what to do. And your tactics have to be completely just straightforward. You have to know exactly what you're doing. You need to be focused at all times. So this one is going to help you the most. One of the most out of all of them. So the first point I'm going to make is that a lot of people know this one, but you can press F to instantly pick up a drink and eat it off the ground. A drink or a bandage or anything, you can consume it instantly by just hitting F on it instead of E. Because if you hit E, it just goes into your inventory, which is slower because you're gonna need to open your inventory and then grab it, right? It's much more efficient to go directly to... It's much more efficient to just go directly and eat it, and it's also good when you're in close quarters combat, and like, let's say you're dueling or something, and then you need to heal quickly, so you just eat a soda off the ground to regain health quickly. And you won't even need to use any of your medkits as well, which is a great part. And the next... Yeah? That's true, but you can also save on healing items, and in your daily day-to-day walking around, you can also just use your you can use food and water to just regenerate quickly, and you won't need to open your inventory and do all that, right? So you get what I mean. The next one, you also want to pay attention to buildings, because a lot of people don't pay attention when they get fortifications from what do you call it? Yeah, one of those workshop places like Annery, Lurie, things like that. Nobody really pays attention to those stuff on the ground, like spikes, barricades. Those are one of the most important things. It's always overlooked, all of the time. These things can be stood on to, like, jump over people's bases and everything, and that's really useful as well. And this is high priority as well, because if you don't take advantage of it, you can do anything else. It's really important, because you can only fortify a base to a certain point, and you know, taking advantage of being just able to jump over stuff is pretty good as well. And next point. One important thing I want to do is that I always don't refuel cars until they're going to run out. So basically, if there's a car that you find and it's running out of fuel, you don't want to refuel it instantly, because if someone else kills you and then they get your car, let's say they don't have any extra fuel and stuff, then they can't pick up your, they can't take your car if they don't have fuel, because obviously they're not going to be able to start it. And that's also a cool trick you can do, but it's generally just common knowledge. Yes, just do that. Next up, windows. Car windows or building windows. Every window can resist one bullet from every weapon. So this includes the op and everything. Even if you're hiding behind just a weak little civilian building window, it will still... It still won't penetrate. It'll still be blocked no matter what, and that's just amazing. That's honestly pretty awesome. It's good to use your advantage that way. So yeah, one very important one as well. Now, next up, okay, barricades and such have a lot of health. Everything you build, they'll have a lot of health. Like, even if you build a wood wall, it's going to have a few hundred health, and it takes a lot of shots to take down. The only exception, the only good way to take out barricades is with C4, but C4 is pretty hard to craft and everything, and I'd say that it's pretty efficient to build a wall in any case when you just need to block something, and it works completely. I promise you, just 100%, 100%, it will always work if you even use a barricade in combat, like Fortnite, you know, fort rushing people. I don't like to refer to Fortnite, but you get what I mean. Okay. So, also, leaving vehicles out in the open, generally vehicles and crates and everything, all of the above, they attract a lot of attention because, just noobs like to walk over and look at it. Crates as well, like, if there's a wooden crate in the open, people are gonna definitely check it, even if, you know, like 90% of the time there's not much in it, but if there is something, or if they just want to check it, it's very good bait. All of these are, like, they attract a lot of attention, but you can use that to your advantage. You can lay one out, like, people are gonna want it. Yeah, or, I actually had this one time where I was, in the mine shaft, and then there's like a drum in this little pit, okay? And when I went to check this little pit, I jumped in, but I realized that the bottom of the pit all had spikes, and every time I would move an inch, I would take 20 damage, and it was practically impossible for me to get out of there, and I ended up dying. Because this guy set a straw trap. Yeah, he set like a saw trap. It was pretty funny though. I actually did like that idea. If you want to take advantage of that, that is great. It's also a great way to use spikes. Some people like to set up spikes on the... Spikes can be found in some of the workshops and stuff. Yes, they are rare, and you can't even craft them yourself, so... you know, it's not likely. Yeah. They're also really hard to destroy as well, so, you know, it's just a pain in the butt, you know. Okay, next one. Keep yourself at full health as often as you can. This is, one of the most important things as well, because I have seen so many people, I've just been sitting in radio tower for a few moments, and then there's someone running by, and then I'm just like, okay, I'll just shoot him down, that's pretty easy. And I take my, AK, and then, or not AK, crap, I mean the AWP. I take my AWP, and then boom, and then he dies instantly. And if you don't know, the AWP can never kill instantly. It's always 2 shots or more. And on average, it takes about 6 if you're fighting someone good. A lot more, even if you're in a large firefight, it's gonna take forever to kill them, and it's gonna use a lot of ammo. That's why you keep a bunch of ammo on you at all times. But the most important thing is that if you are not at full health, you are very vulnerable. You can be killed very fast. If you are, if you don't have a helmet on, you don't have any protection from any shots at all. And with the AWP, you can do about 99 damage with the 5% damage perks. And that, it makes it pretty powerful. I'm not gonna lie, even if, assuming you're not wearing any helmets, it's gonna do about 99 damage. It will never kill in one shot. What was I gonna say? You can do a lot of damage with more armor, with higher armor enemies, but generally there is just one thing you can do to prevent taking so much damage is wearing armor, and most importantly staying at more health, because if you're anywhere under full health, you can be killed instantly by an AWP. Keep that in mind. It is so easy to just die instantly if you're just that unlucky, and you know, you want to be full health and ready for a fight all the time. You have to be ready to... You have to be, like, always ready to meet someone at the corner and shoot them down. If you don't have full health, that puts you at a disadvantage. That's just it. Yeah, basically. It's a good representation of it. Yeah, okay, let's move on. Let's move on to the next point. Items despawn after like a minute, and that applies to everything player has already touched, and then As soon as someone drops it, it'll despawn after a minute or so, and you should take advantage of that all the time, because it's really easy to, like, troll someone. Let's say heli crash, pick up a gas mask and then drop it, and then it's gonna despawn after a minute, and someone's not gonna be able to go to the heli crash. This is less a tip, because it's not actually that often that it'll happen, but it is pretty funny. It is pretty nice, and I don't think there's any reason not to do it sometimes. It's just pretty funny. I don't know. That's just the thing I do. I like to troll people. We do a little trolling. It's called we do a little trolling. Next point. Don't stand out in the open. I want it, like, even pros, even the best of players, always stand right in the open, trading or doing anything. I don't know why they do that. It's really unwise. I don't see what reason there is to just stand and, most importantly, talking to your teammates. If your teammates are talking to you, you want to get out of the open, because in, like, outdoors, you just want to keep moving, because all the time, people are also moving, and if someone sees you, they will shoot you. That's just another common knowledge thing. If you're going to stand still, don't do it. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean, because it's just, it's really risky to stand still and everything out in the open. But if you're going to stand still, do it in a corner somewhere. So if someone comes in, you can just light them up. Next one, okay. Now I'm going to tell you about the most important perks, because a lot of people pick the terrible bad perks. So, first thing, you want to go for damage. Don't do it, like, way early in the game, because damage is not your highest priority, but it's very important to have, because it ends up, late game, it ends up decreasing the shots to kill on any enemy. I'm serious. It just, it's important, it's very important, but you won't need it at first. It's just a general advantage against all of the players. And even though everybody else is aware of the rule that you can increase your damage by a perk, not everybody does it. And you can put yourself over a lot of people by just doing that. That's pretty easy to do, and I don't see any reason really not to increase your damage anyway, because Hugh doesn't like adding up damage, right? Next one, accuracy. A lot of people don't know what the perk accuracy does. It's just accuracy. This is spread, so if you know a lot of high spread weapons like the M60, I know a lot of people like to use the M60. If you don't max out accuracy for this, it's not going to be very accurate. You can max it out to all the way to 10%, which is pretty good, because increasing your spread by 10%, I wouldn't turn that down whatsoever. Yeah, your accuracy is your spread, and it's not anything else. It's not camera shake or anything. Just try to upgrade it, but don't go for it first, because it's not always going to be the first thing you want to get. Yeah, recoil. Okay, yeah, that's the next one I was going to get to. Recoil is the best, one of the best ones, because you can decrease your recoil by 10%, 10% in total. Like, that's just the best. A lot of the weapons like the PPSH, once you first get it, it's not going to be very easy to control, and in fact, it's not very fun to use in general. So if you are going to ever use some high recoil weapons, definitely get the recoil first. This helps with everything. Like the Scar L, a lot of people like to turn it into laser beam, and that's good. That's really good, because you know, everything has recoil. Just turn it down. That's pretty obvious. Just, man, it's gonna be all around better if you change your recoil, I guess. That's all. I don't know. What else should I say? Next one is aim speed. Already, the aim speed in Death Zone is very fast, so this is a high priority one, because you want to be as fast as possible. Like, if you want to be full running gun, like completely just fast as Sonic, you need to upgrade aim speed because it's useful to you. It's not. There's no disadvantage of getting it. Yeah, that's really all. Next one is walking speed. Walking speed is pretty important because it's just walking speed and it makes strafing and everything a lot easier. I don't need to explain this. Walking speed is walking speed. This applies to running speed as well, so don't forget that. It's just that. That's just that. Walking speed, walking speed. One other one, this isn't high priority, but it's food and water health regeneration. So once you eat food, it'll also replenish some of your health as well. And the MRE actually replaces the same amount of health as the bandage, and that makes no sense whatsoever. But the main point is that you can regenerate from food as well, and keeping them on you at all times, they just serve as small healing items as well. I don't see any reason not to use those as well, because you can just take advantage of being able to heal more with water, cans of food, and everything. It works. It just works. Okay, trust me on this one. Now, I also want you to avoid some of the really weird ones. Reload time, never get reload time, because you do not need to reload in this game. First, if you watch my next one, the tactics in action in combat, that one's going to refer to how you should be fighting, most importantly. And a lot of people don't see it, but a lot of people don't pay it. Do not! No, you made a very bad choice. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, just don't try to avoid going for these bad ones. And I'm completely honest with you that reload time is a bad one. I would not choose it at all. But yeah, that's all. That's really all I have to say about that one. It's not good. It's not worth getting, honestly, because you can combine ammo to instantly reload, or you can re-equip your weapon, and it'll default to the highest capacity magazine you have. So yeah, serious, it works. It works. Okay. Next one you want to avoid. You can thirst and hunger resistance. That's not that important, but you can get it once you have everything. Walk noise, yes, don't go for walk noise. It's basically a waste of credits, because there's already perks that half your amount of walk noise, and generally walk noise is not that loud. When you actually play the game, you can barely hear it. I'm gonna be serious with you, it's not worth getting. And crouching already decreases your noise by a lot. It's just, you don't really need it to stay quiet, so yeah. Also great. Now, next one, there are a few more. EXP per player kill, EXP from crates, those are pretty good. But don't go for that, because they don't actually increase your survivability. But that's okay, it's alright. Just choose whatever you like, and I wouldn't be against it, but they're good perks, so I'm not gonna question it at all. They're okay. Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm recording it. It's already been 20 minutes through. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I'm recording it. Don't go for minigun damage on barricades, because you can easily get C4 and everything. Fall damage, don't go for it. I mean, nobody's really that stupid enough to jump off everything. But, get it. You do not need fall damage, but it is not a bad perk. Just try to avoid getting it right away. It's fine. Don't be mad. It's okay. You could also max out barricades health, but I don't really use barricades, so I can't relate. But it's okay. It's an alright thing. But yeah. That's all I have to say. Next time I'm going to be talking about the tactics for combat. Tactics for combat, one of the most important things is knowing how to fight. And that one's going to be one of the most important guides I have. So yeah, with everything said, Hmm? I don't know. I don't know. I'll say in suggestions. I won't ping anybody though. Just check in every now and then because I'm gonna say something about it once in a while. But yeah, that's all I have to say. It's already been 20 minutes, but that's my whole point done. So yeah, I will see you later in the next one.
Damn it, shout out time to Big Black Nigga Balls HD.